All right, so tax season is right around the corner again. There's a ton of dates to remember, and sadly, they're different from last year. So get out a pen and paper. You got to write this down. Lisa Green Lewis, TurboTax expert and CPA, is here with us to walk us through all of it. So, Lisa, our return is actually not due on April 15th this year, is it?
That's correct. This year it's April 18th, and that's because the 15th, it falls on the weekend, and then there is a holiday that's celebrated in Washington, D.C. on that Monday. That's Emancipation Day. So it will be April 18th.
That's great, because for procrastinators like me, it gives me another weekend to get it done. Let's also talk about estimated tax payments, because those dates are very important, especially for our self-employed folks out there.
Yes. So one thing that self-employed should remember, the first quarterly estimated tax payment for tax year 2023 is due on tax day for tax year 2022. And that's April 18th for the first quarterly payment. And then the second one is due June 15th. And then the third on September 15th of 2023.
And we should also note that when you file your tax return, you also need to make sure your IRA and HSA contributions for 2022 are in as well, right?
Yes, that can really help your tax situation. If you're doing your taxes now and you see that you owe money, you may want to contribute to your IRA or your HSA, but you have to make sure that you tell your plan provider that it is a 2022 contribution so they contributed to the right year.
Right, or make sure you write it in the note on the check or something to that, but that's a valid point. And finally, extensions are due if indeed you do have to extend your tax return.
That's correct. So the date will be April 18th, just like the tax deadline to file your taxes and also pay what you owe. And so you can request an extension with Form 4868, but you have to do it by April 18th. And also remember, if you owe money, that extension is only an extension to file. It's not an extension to pay what you owe.
Right, that's an important point. The money still has to be in April, but the return then isn't due till October, right? And it's not October 15th like normal.
Right. So that extended deadline is October 16th if you file for extension with Form 4868.
And Lisa, you also mentioned that storm victims get an extra special amount of time.
Yes, if you live in an area that's federally declared disaster. So recently it was victims of storms in California, Georgia, and Alabama. You're going to get an extension to file and pay anything you owe. And you can find out more information at the TurboTax blog. And also the IRS has a site where they list areas that have been impacted by disasters.
Right. So everyone should rewatch this video, write all these dates down because they're different than usual. Lisa Green Lewis, TurboTax expert and CPA. Thank you so much for helping us out.
Thank you for having me.